Hi, this is Highbridge Motorhomes Devon branch, and on this absolutely grim, windy, blowing the flapper boards around day in early October 2022, we are doing a quick walk around video on this wonderful brand new, freshly arrived Wildax Aurora Leisure, and this is the 6-metre version. So this is going to be our replacement long-term demonstrator forecourt display model to replace this lovely blue one, which is now being released to the person who put the deposit upon it. This was a cancelled customer order. It's one of the last Citroen based Wildaxes. If you were to order one of these, if you want to come down to us at Highbridge Motorhomes Devon, if you want to order one, it will arrive probably next year, early next year, maybe if you're lucky, springtime, and it will be based on the Fiat Ducato, which is the same van as the Citroen, but the Fiat is an updated version for this year. It's what they call the X8, whereas the Citroen Relay and the Peugeot Boxer, its sister van, also built by Fiat, are the X7. But basically, it'll be exactly like this, but on a Fiat badge. So Wildax, they are part of the French giant Rapido group. They are a Yorkshire company, and they build high quality British van conversions, but with European sort of levels, I think, of build quality and of features, like fully designed for year-round use, really nice options, nice people to deal with, not fully customizable like they used to be, but they are quite adaptable to your ideas, kind of thing. So the Aurora Leisure, this is a 6-metre van. You can have this van as a 5.99 metre van, or you can have it as a 6.34, like this one here. Wheels are in the same place, but you've got a slightly bigger overhang on the 6.34 metre van, and basically they're the same, apart from you get a slightly different kitchen and some extra storage cupboards in the middle on the 6.34 metre one. But this is the 5.99 metre van. You won't see so many 6-metre Aurora Leisures. I think all the other dealers tend to order the 6.34, but down in Devon we find quite high demand for the 6-metre van instead, so that's why we've got this display model Aurora Leisure in 6 metres, which might be one of the only ones you can look at today. This one's in graffito grey, which is black. To be honest, if you were to order one, all the chassis that are on order currently are in Expedition Grey or in R10s Grey, which is kind of silver. But this particular one is graffito, which if you want to wait a long time, we can order you one of them. So production would be on the Fiat Ducato, so it would look like that, but it would have the Fiat grille with the big Fiat sign on it there, but apart from that, it will be the same. This one's got 15-inch silver alloys. The Fiat would come with 16-inch black and silver alloys. You get full colour coding as standard, you get alloy wheels as standard, you get the electric step as standard. This one has the factory optional 2-litre Omnistore awning, which everybody goes for. I think it's about an £850 option. We've got flush fit tinted double glazed windows. You don't want tinted double glazed windows. If you order one, you can have clear double glazed windows on request. 3-way fridge freezer there. Sliding window for the kitchen to stop it getting broken by the door when it opens, but you can have that open when you're driving, which gives you a bit of airflow for the doggles. The Aurora Leisure is a split lounge van, so you've got a front dinette and an end lounge. If you had it as an Aurora, it would have a fold-away fixed bed at the back, and there is a video on YouTube that I did of an Aurora. I can send you a link to that if you put a note in the comments, or you can search through, I'll just put Wildax Aurora into YouTube and you'll find it. But this is the end lounge version, which is the more popular version, I think mainly because our dealers tend to stock demos of this rather than the fixed bed one. It's a very UK friendly thing. So you've got at the back here twin sofas. I think they're about 4'6" long. I've not measured them, but these simply pull together very, very straightforwardly to make a very good sized bed. Now if you're travelling all day, you can leave it down a bit as a bed, so it gives you a bit more flexibility than the fixed bed one. Bit less storage, but you can of course load underneath of it if you're leaving it as a bed. Or even not, you've got access further up there for some storage. There's your charger and leisure battery there. This one's also got the factory optional solar panel on it, which is 120 watts. It's really good. Then you've got, oh, this one's got 2 leisure batteries as well. I didn't realise that in fairness to it. So this one's got 2 leisure batteries instead of just one. So optional second leisure battery. So loose fit carpets all the way around, practical non-slip flooring. This one's got the optional Kronberg wood instead of the grey ash wood. I prefer this, in fairness to it. I find the grey ash, it's very fashionable, it's a little bit cold feeling, whereas I think this is just slightly warmer. It's just a couple of hues warmer. But have a look at the rest of the inside from there. Really nicely finished off though. Concertina blinds and fly screens. Loads of proper double glazed motorhome windows. Auto sleeper. Take note with your glass windows that you can't open. These are proper opening double glazed flush fit motorhome windows. At the back here you've got standard reversing sensors ×4. and a standard high-level factory-fitted reversing camera. That's the same on the Fiat or the Citroen. You got mains hookup, and as standard you get 100 amp hour leisure battery. This one's got two 100 amp hour leisure batteries. Factory order there is an option for lithium if you wish as well, which is about £1,000 upgrade option. But really nicely finished van, as you can see, minimal graphics, you just got the badging, no stripes or swirls. 30% toilet locker here. Underslung fresh and waste water tanks. Now I hear you scream, these are going to freeze up, but Wildax are designed for full-time off hookup year-round camping, so the fresh and waste water tanks are heated and insulated as standard. So these are grade 3, fully winterized, take them down to -20 and they'll still function. To that end, and this is particularly exciting, obviously this was a cancelled customer order, it wasn't a van that I ordered, but I do recommend to most people to order one to have this option. So as standard, these have got the ubiquitous Truma 4 kilowatt gas and mains electric powered heating and hot water system, but for an additional £895 this one has got the Truma Combi 6D. That may mean nothing to you, but basically instead of running on gas from the gas tank, which we'll talk about in a minute when you're not hooked up to the mains, this one runs off of diesel from your diesel tank. Now that has two advantages. So number one, it's a 6 kilowatt heating system, not a 4 kilowatt heating system. So it will either run off diesel from your diesel tank, incredibly economically for your heating and hot water when you're not hooked up to the mains, to 6 kilowatts of power, or you can set it to run if you're cold or you want it to be more powerful, even if you're on the mains, to use 2 kilowatts of electricity and 4 kilowatts of diesel power, which is really, really good. The other big advantage of this, in times when you've not got so much availability in the UK of filling places, particularly in the depths of Cornwall and the Highlands of Scotland, to fill up your large underslung gas tank. You're not going to have to fill it up often, but you know, if you can future-proof it a bit by minimising your gas use by having the heating and hot water run on diesel, then that's all the better. So Truma Combi 6D, this one's got, I love it. On board filler point for your fresh water tank there, and then the filler point for your LPG gas tank. This has got a 25 kilo underslung LPG gas tank, so instead of having gas bottles which take up space, this one has got an underslung gas tank that is both much cheaper, and you can much bigger than a gas locker, it takes up no space, and you can fill it up anywhere at home or abroad. Now over here we'll see the Highbridge sales force. There they are. You can tell they're the Highbridge sales force because they're doing absolutely nothing. Now looking at the cab spec, this one's on the Citroen Relay, so this is the same as the Fiat Ducato X7, which was last year's Fiat Ducato basically. 2.2, 140 horsepower as standard on these. The actual entry level engine was 120 horsepower. Wildax only used the 140, which is great. Leather gear stick and steering wheel was standard. You've got standard factory fitted TomTom Bluetooth DAB pan-European sat-nav with your phone cooling things, air conditioning, cruise control, all standard. Full cab blinds are standard. Your level gauge for your gas tank there. It's got the Eco Pack as standard, which is the auto stop start that you can switch off. Your central bottle holders and your USB inputs down there. Electric windows, electric mirrors, heated mirrors, full concertina blinds and fly screens. Advantages of this Citroen X7 based one, it's tried and tested basically. It's been the same since 2015, no issues with it at all. The Ducato X8 that's replaced it, so the differences are you've got the same engine, 2.2 140, you can have a 9-speed automatic gearbox if you want, and it's got a new dash basically, which is kind of cool, and a 7-inch infotainment with Apple CarPlay and things, so it is a bit more modern than electronic power steering, but it's the first of a new thing, the Fiat, whereas this Citroen's been around for some time and it is completely bomb-proof, really good unless you're very unlucky. So that's the outside of this Aurora Leisure 6 metre. When we go inside we'll have a quick chat about the differences between the Aurora Leisure and the Aurora, and the differences between the XL and the 6 metre one like this one here. So going inside, electric step as standard. You've got a fly screen door to come across also as standard. Now this is where these are different to any other van that I can think of. It's a 3-seater at the front, 2 in the front, swivel cab seats, and 1 there. Now every other van I can think of this layout, so the Swift Select 144, the Compass Eldest CV40, has got a double seat here, which is fine and good if you need 2 seat belts. But if you only need 1 seat belt, this single seat is a much more comfortable thing than cramming 2 people into a double seat that's really too small for 2 adults and a struggle for 2 kids. It means you've got all this space down here. You haven't got the super tight pinch points that you do in the competition. So that's either a really good thing if you only need 2 or 3 seat belts, or it isn't, but it either works for you or it doesn't. But what it does give you, as I say, is all this space here, which is always the weak point of this layout. So looking at the front here, if you factory order, you can have a panoramic roof like there, but you do lose this really good bit of storage up here, which is where your table legs and things live. Nice, easy to use, button operated CBE control panel. Been around for years, you'll see it in loads of motorhomes. Very intuitive, nice and straightforward. This is the new standard upholstery. It's been out a couple of years. It is wonderful. It's they call it half leather. It's not leather. It's like a Alcantara stuff with this really hard wearing, practical coloured fabric, 2-tone. Suits either wood finish. Goes really, really well. I think that's an excellent choice from Wildax. Apparently, it's the same material that Lazy Boy used for some of their recliners in America. We've got really nice LED strip lighting up top. We've got 2 option little spotlights there, which can be on just as a soft light or a big light. We've got the controls for your Truma diesel electric powered Combi D heating. Nice little table there, that can clip on outside or it can be put away on the back door brackets there, which is great. There's also a smaller table which you can just pop in there if you want on a leg, with a tabletop there, which you saw the leg for it up there. Nice big opening skylight, Wildax's signature tambour door lockers. Why doesn't everybody use these? They don't rattle, they've got no catches, they don't break. Really, really good, in fairness to it. I don't know why anybody else doesn't use them. Underneath here is your boiler and your water heater with your dump point for it. And then you've got, being a British fan, a really, really good kitchen. While we're here, loads of plug sockets in these as well. We've got double USBs and a main socket there, which is great. They're well thought out vans. And then, yeah, kitchen, really, really good. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big storage cupboards. You got a lift up, extra big bit of workspace there, which you can also use for somebody who's sat there to dine, so you can have 4 people, 3 people dining. This makes a small single bed, so the table removes, that quite easily slides out, and then you swivel your driver's seat around. It's about, I don't know, is it 1.5 or 1.7 metres, so it's more of a kid's or a small adult bed, but it will do a good job. Comes with a standard TV aerial. Your TV point is there. Wildax, that's in the wrong place. Yes, it's good for having a front TV, but they should put one in the back. We can put you on in the back, in the lounge where you'd actually want to sit and watch TV during our pre-livery inspection process. Cost for that and a TV bracket about £200. But Wildax, why put the TV at the front, which is your dining area? Put it at the back instead. But it's a minor gripe. So this one's got, say, the Kronberg wood, which comes with the non-speckly worktop. You've got a nice deep sink. This comes with a washing up bowl and a clip-on draining board, and because it's a British fan, you've got a proper oven, unlike the Swift Select 144, which is one of its main competitors. So you've got a combination gas-powered oven and grill and 3 gas hobs. Now, a lot of the competition will have one mains electric hob, but because you've got the massive underslung gas tank, you can run your hobs for pence forever, so you don't need the electric one, which is only of use when you're hooked up to the mains. Loads and loads of storage here, so we've got your can and your bottle storage. Oh, that's tough, really deep, soft close kitchen drawers there. Nice big double glazed windows even in the door as well, which all open, so very, very good news. And 2 high level storage cupboards above. Tank heater switch there, so you flip that when it's going to be sub-zero. That will stop your water and your wastewater from freezing up in extreme cold weather. Back here, even more worktop. So you've got flip up worktop there, worktop and more worktop. For a 6 metre van, that's incredible. 2 high level main sockets for your kettle and toaster there. And then your wardrobe above there with your little occasional table for the front, hanging rail and your TV booster point. Fridge is a 3-way fridge freezer. There's no point in fitting a 12-volt fridge freezer because it's running off the gas from your gas tank, so it will last ages and cost buttons to run, and it won't drain your leisure battery when you're not on the mains, which is good. So we've got a full width freezer and a nice decent sized fridge underneath of it. Now, if you were to order this as a 6.34 metre van, the XL version, that's the same. The end lounge is the same. The bathroom's the same. Kitchen's moved up slightly. You've got a bigger fridge freezer. You've got a microwave, and you've got 2 double banks of wardrobes. Now personally, I prefer the 6 metre one, and the reason I prefer it is, in the XL, the cupboards come out to here, and I find it cuts the van in half, whereas this, it flows. So I think the 6 metre version actually feels bigger than the 6.34 metre version. I don't think you need 4 wardrobes in any van that's out there, and the fridge is plenty big enough. So unless you want a microwave, have the 6 metre one. It's more practical, in my opinion anyway, but they both sell in very, very good numbers. I'll have a look in the bathroom in a moment. So this is the end lounge, which we saw from the outside. It's a lovely place to sit. We've got 4 high-level storage cupboards. We've got storage underneath part of these sofas as well. And these very, very simply and easily slide together. Backrest drop in. Good size transverse double bed. Clever little storage bit there. 1, 2, 3, 4 opening double glazed windows and an opening skylight, so it'll be a nice cool place. We've got the strip lights both here, and the spotlights as well. Another little upholstered storage cupboard. And this, Wildax, listen to me, give us a TV point on there. So we can fit you on there, we'll fit a TV point there, we can put a bracket on there. But why don't they do it from the factory? Because this is where you're going to sit and watch television, isn't it? But anyway, it is, as I say, a minor gripe, it just annoys me. Main socket down there. Could do with some USBs back here as well. If you had a TV point over there, of course, you could have a double 12 volts fitted, something like that, for your phone charging. Again, minor gripes, but manufacturers listen to us. Yeah, it's a lovely place to sit. You can sit here, put your feet up, or the other way around, and open your back doors. You can store in from the back. Very, very good news. Your bathroom, well, all Wildax bathrooms I think are the same, to be honest. I don't think there's any difference in any of them. It's a wet room bathroom. Duncan, the MD of Wildax, doesn't believe in squeezing a separate shower into a small panel van. I agree, because it gives you more space the rest of it, but it's nicely finished off. It's got a proper sink with its own tap, and you've got a proper shower hose all by itself, and a Dometic ceramic toilet bowl. Toilet, which is just the same as a Thetford one really, but it's got a ceramic toilet bowl. 1 high-level storage cupboard and a shelf, which is fine for your bits and bobs, and then a strip light and an LED spotlight and an opening skylight of a good size for ventilation, plus a blown air heater duct in there, so you can superheat your bathroom, or you can switch that off instead. So if you had this as an Aurora, this would be a slightly higher level fold away bed with a huge storage area. So if you want to see my YouTube video on that, Google Wildax Aurora or Wildax Aurora XL and look out for the one from Highbridge, and you'll see that there. Or put a comment in the comments box, or contact us and we'll send you a link for it. So this is the 2022. It's the same as the 2023 apart from the base vehicle, Wildax Aurora. This one's got the optional solar panel, which charges both engine and leisure battery. It's got 2 leisure batteries, so it's well set up for wild camping. It's got the Combi D diesel electric heating system, which is the very best thing for off hookup year-round camping option as well, and the wind out 2-lay awning in black. This is us. We are Highbridge Caravans Devon branch. We are one of Wildax's biggest dealers. We absolutely love them. We are there at Highbrox Plantation, Teen Grace, Newton Abbot, Devon, which is not deepest, darkest Devon. We are between Plymouth and Exeter on the South Devon Expressway. Dead easy to get to. Intercity Railway Station, and Exeter Airport is not too far off. And yeah, that's us really. So contact us on that number, 01626 832 792. If nobody answers, ring the mobile, 07432 662 558. If nobody answers that because we're all busy, you can contact us through the Highbridge Caravans website, highbridgecaravans.co.uk, or you can drop me an email direct to that email address on there. So contact us today at Highbridge Motorhomes Devon about wonderful Wildaxes, and particularly the Wildax Aurora Leisure 6 metre. Thank you very much. Goodbye.